Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this very special evening meditation dedicated to tapping into that which we are grateful for. I'm so glad you have made a few moments in your day to join us. And if you are joining us in real time, I'm even more grateful. Perhaps you are stealing away for a few minutes on Thanksgiving Day to reflect on what you are grateful for in this space of meditation and community. Maybe you're doing it on like Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, or throughout the weekend, but whenever you are catching this meditation today is the right time to stop whatever you're doing. Look around at the life that you are living in this moment. Then, to find something, one thing, two things, 10 things, 100 things you are grateful for in this moment. All we have is now. That's where we can draw our gratitude from in the moment of now. So as usual, we are going to take a moment to reflect before we start our meditation. We're going to kind of channel our reflection a little differently. I'm going to invite everyone to either pull out a piece of paper, and if you really have the opportunity to do it tonight, I think that this would be a good time to do it. You may need a bigger piece of paper. I'm the only one that has to worry about how big the piece of paper is for the burning, because I'm the one that's burning. But if you wanted to take a bigger pad, something like this, and really reflect in the next few moments, I think that would be just delightful. And so tonight, as we've said, this is our moment to be grateful for anything in this moment. And I do mean anything. So tonight, when I give the signal, you could be thinking now, when I give this signal, I'm going to invite you to take a short amount of time to either write down one thing you are grateful for, and then maybe during the time that we have, expand upon why this experience, this person, this way of life, whatever you are choosing as your gratitude experience, why it is so significant for you and why you are grateful for it. Just generally, just kind of top line words, top line thoughts about this gratitude. That's option A. Option B is to, in the short amount of time that we're going to allot, to write down as many things as possible that you are grateful for in that time. So you can choose one of those. Find that one thing and then expand upon it in the couple of minutes that we have, or just start making a list of stream of consciousness, things in your life that you know you are grateful for. I'll hold that space for a few moments, and then we'll move on to our meditation. And so the card we draw tonight, which is what we do when we are here in this space, is from the Osho Zen Tarot deck. This beautiful deck of cards we've been using. And so when we draw, what we are going to be doing is asking Spirit to show us and guide us through whatever card we draw, asking Spirit to share with us how we can create even more of a good situation that we are grateful for, or help us see even more places in our life that we are grateful. So Spirit's guidance tonight is very specific, and whatever that card says is the answer, is an individual answer to the individual question for our individual experiences of gratitude. one card that we're sharing, but it's answering our individual questions or guiding our individual meditations this evening, which is quite exciting. It's a way of deepening what gratitude we have in this moment. It's a way of seeing that this moment of now is the one unique moment, frozen as a snapshot, that allows us to be grateful. We are alive. We are here. We are sharing this moment together. If you're watching a recording, whatever's happening around you at the time that you're watching this, these are where you want to explore your moments of gratitude from. We may have bigger meta ideas of what we're grateful for, but I really want us to focus on when I just kind of say go for those couple of minutes, minute or two, to be thinking about either that one item of gratitude and really dive deep into it. Just allow yourself to just think and be aware of it and grateful of it and maybe expanding it, or just making a stream of conscious list of those things that we are grateful for in our lives. Either or, it's up to you. That card that we draw will be the answer to how we can deepen or expand this idea of gratitude in our lives. So we're doing all the same mechanics, but we're allowing ourselves to apply it just a bit differently for this evening. Okay? So again, if you can, I do recommend you do pull out a slip of paper. And again, as we meditate, what we are grateful for, what thoughts we're having, what conversations we're having with our deep selves, those are all getting transferred right here to me. And I'm going to write on at least one slip the words everyone's intentions. And tonight I will write everyone's gratefulness. So this gratefulness is that opportunity to gather it and expand on it as we meditate. So it's all going to be collected right here, concentrated, and then we will send it out into the universe to just be and experience even more gratitude. I think that's really exciting and wonderful. So let's get settled. And I'm going to give a little more time than we usually do to just have a few moments of reflection of gratitude. Again, you're either writing one thing you're grateful for that you've thought about, and just kind of some stream of consciousness, top line words of why you're grateful and how you're grateful for this experience. Or maybe stream of consciousness is leading you to write a whole bunch of things down that you're so grateful for in this moment as soon as I say go. And when I say stop, put those pens down and we'll move on to our meditation. Makes sense? Good. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to pull up our usual card screen. You're going to see the box of the Osho Zen Tarot deck. It's really quite lovely. But it's going to be our little moment of reflection while we think, while we reflect. So on my mark, I'm going to pull out our Still Drum and play some music while we are reflecting together. So let's do this. And when I say 3, 2, 1, I want you to begin reflecting. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Reflect on that gratitude. Reflect, reflect, reflect. Just allow the floating images on your screen to entrance you. Think either one thing that you're grateful for, and then a bunch of words that describe how and why you are, or many things as a stream of consciousness. And just reflect if we could change our mind. I think we'll just stay in the silence as we have these few moments of reflection. Begin to think of wrapping up your thoughts. And pens down, pencils down. Here we are again. We have a few moments to think. We're able to tap into something really, really beautiful for and about yourself. So now let us draw our card of guidance today from the Osho Zen Tarot deck. So you can see I'm shuffling them here. I really appreciate you taking a few moments of time to try to keep this brief. It's me, so we'll see how brief that can be. All right, so we're going to draw the top card as we do every week, because the top card is the one that you all can see that I'm drawing. I'm not reaching in, I'm not pulling out another card using my own intuition. If we all agree that the top card is that card, then you can see me draw it, and you can see that I haven't rolled any sort of tricks to make that top card draw happen. So here we go. Are we ready? Again, this card is the answer to the question, or the guidance to deepening our gratitude for this one experience that we have articulated or written down, or expand that gratitude even more. What can we do in our lives? The answer to that question, whichever one you've chosen, is this is a card we've not had here in our Wednesday eating meditation. It's the card of courage. It takes courage to express our gratitude. It takes courage to not follow the wave of cynicism or fear in our world. This is exciting. I'm excited to read about what this card is all about in our deck today. Courage. There it is. So let's take a closer look at that card together. We see that up on the just have to pull into the screen. We see a beautiful daisy. We see a beautiful golden sky. It strikes me as a very happy card. I love when I see it. I love the color yellow. It's bright. I love to see a springtime flower indicating kind of a new growth. All right, so if we look closely at the card, what we see, the daisy's coming through kind of dry ground, kind of cracked ground. It's coming through the crevice of some stones, perhaps they're ancient stones. It is bursting forth, not just one, but one and perhaps a teammate there that is joining in this journey. So, I think what we're seeing is the opportunity for us to kind of break through some of the barriers that are there in order to fully experience life in the now, to have gratefulness for the moment. Let's see what the book says. It says, this card shows a small wildflower that has met the challenge of the rocks and stones in its path to emerge in the light of day. Surrounded by an aura of bright golden light, it exposes the majesty of its tiny self. Unashamed, it is equal to the brightest sun. When we are faced with a very difficult situation, we have a choice. We can either be resentful and try to find somebody or something to blame for the hardships, or we can face the challenge and grow. The flower shows us the way as its passion for life leads it out of the darkness and into the light. There is no point of fighting against the challenges of life or trying to avoid or deny them. They are there, and if the seed is to become the flower, we must go through them. Be courageous enough to grow into the flower you are meant to be. And so in some ways, we can be grateful for these challenges that allow us the opportunity to rise to that next level or deepen ourselves. A little more about courage. The seed cannot know what is going to happen. The seed has never known the flower. And the seed cannot even believe that he has the potentiality to become a beautiful flower. Long is the journey, and it is always safer not to go on that journey because unknown is the path. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing can be guaranteed. 1,001 are the hazards of the journey. Many are the pitfalls. The seed is secure, hidden inside a hard core. But the seed tries, makes an effort. It drops the hard shell, which is its security. It starts moving. Immediately, the fight starts, the struggle with the soil, with the stones and the rocks. And the seed was very hard, and the sprout will be very, very soft. And the dangers will be many. There is no danger for the seed. The seed could have survived for millennia. But for the sprout, many are the dangers. The sprout starts toward the unknown, toward the sun, towards the source of light, not knowing where, not knowing why. Great is the cross to be carried, but a dream possesses the seed. The seed moves. The same as the path for humanity. It is arduous. Much courage will be needed. I'm going to add, much courage will be expressed. Much courage is being expressed in this moment, right now, right now. We have the courage to express our gratitude. We have the courage to do whatever we need to do because we're here in this moment. And so rather than, as we go into meditation, thinking about something that might be on the horizon that's going to require you to dig deep for this courage, I'm inviting you to look at the now, this moment, this evening, at this time, as we dive even more deeply and discover where you have already been expressing this courage. Really see the landscape of your life and where you have had to have courage in order to be here, sitting or seated, perhaps with your family, perhaps you're on the road. Hopefully you're not going to be meditating while you're on the road, but you could be listening. But whatever has brought you to this moment, you can go deep and really see where you had the courage and the strength to get you here. That's all. That's all we're going to do. We're going to make these next few moments just about that. So let us get comfortable. Let us make that nest one that allows us to be energized and yet relaxed. Perhaps not falling asleep completely, but if you do, don't you worry. I have a feeling you'll be pulled right out when it's time, which means that you are actually not really doing this. But again, comfortable, alert as possible, but relaxed is most important. Okay, just find that spot. We're just going to get right to it, right to it. There's our card, that card of courage. And again, my caveats as we begin, ambient noise is going to exist in our lives wherever we are, especially on a Zoom or wherever we're doing a virtual engagement. You may hear my dogs bark. We're actually also dog sitting for another dog who makes my dogs sound like they're whispering. So if that happens, allow that moment to startle you because you'll be startled, but more importantly, allow it to bring you back more deeply. Again, taking just a few moments tonight. Let's start with our deep breathing together. Let's inhale through our nose, nice and deeply, filling our entire body with oxygen, and then exhaling completely. Good. Let's inhale again. And hold. And exhale. And one more deep breath together. More and more relaxed. Inhale. And hold. And exhale. We are completely relaxed and we're feeling alert. We are kept alert by the guidance of the tones. Perhaps we want a glimpse of that card every so often to bring us back to what we are thinking about. Just reflect on that beautiful word. You have this courage. It's not something you need to seek. It's not something that you need to find or dig necessarily deep for. It's there. there. So as we go more and more deeply into ourselves, let's think about that gratitude again. Let's find that way. Find that experience that we are so grateful for having that courage. Be grateful for that courage that brought us here, or that delivered us and manifest that beautiful experience that we've determined we are thankful for, or the courage that allowed us to be so prolific with our gratitude ideas. Courage means we've been vulnerable. Courage means we've allowed ourselves to explore something that may not be as comfortable as we might like. Courage has allowed us to be bold tonight, just to be here. We can be grateful in this moment right now for all the things in our lives that have led up to it. It helped us burst through the cracks into the light, sunny, bright, blossoming, growing, and vulnerable, willing to be vulnerable because we couldn't not be. This is all you tonight, this gratitude, this courage to be grateful. However you choose to apply these words and the images to your questions or your reflections, it's all about you. think about the courageous moments, the moments of gratitude that we are experiencing right now, in this now, whenever we're watching or listening. And let's listen for the voice of our deepest, self. That part of us we can see as a source, as a power, as a soul or an essence. Let's take a moment to just say thank you to our deep self. For always being there. For being available with our own courage. For reminding us what we're grateful for. In the whisper of your heart, say thank you. Now listen for the response. The deep self. How has our deep self responded to our expression of gratitude? It whispers back to us ever so gently, and ever so lovingly, and ever so honestly. Thank you. Allow those words from our deep self to rush over us. We have brought life to our deep self every day. With so much grace, we apply to our deep self who's just said to us. Thank you. Of course, we respond with sincerity, loving our life, feeling that courage. We simply whisper back, in the breath of our soul and heart, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Feeling connected and empowered, feeling our own loveliness of this moment. Let us allow ourselves to begin drifting back to our material body. The first step in that is recognizing that we are breathing, and our breathing is still intentional and deep and comfortable. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And we feel ourselves just kind of return to our bodies, dissolve back in. Feel the boundaries of our skin and our appendages just feeling very comfortable and free of any pain or anxiety or stress or tension. For we have just tapped into our deep self, just expressed our gratitude, and our deep self has expressed its gratitude right back to us. Let's take 3 quick breaths together. We'll keep our eyes closed on the first 2, and then we're going to open them all together in the last one. So let's inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. And one more deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Journey. What a great moment of now. How honored, how grateful I am that you chosen to experience this moment. Again, whenever you're experiencing with this group, with this community, in a way that allows us to see and experience all the wonders of our lives. Know our gifts and blessings and our experiences to be grateful for, to honor, to respect, to cherish. I'm going to do a quick glance to see if anybody's here, but I just want to also make a moment to say how I'm looking forward to the coming months, to the end of the year, to the coming year, that we can create even more stillness together, and that we can manifest even more from our stillness. Please, of course, remember to hit like and subscribe. I'll be so grateful when you do. And it allows us to continue to build our community and to create a network. It's slow going, but we are there. There's Mina on Facebook. Thank you, Mina. Aren't you glad I finally figured it out? You are here in this event. It's public. You're able to access it. Thank you so much for your patience and for being here. Alex, hello, hello. Happy Thanksgiving to you and to your family. Please tell them all I said hello. Again, Alex, I keep thinking of that moment that we saw each other on the boat, and then so much to me. It still continues to mean a lot to me. I'm so glad you were here today. Grateful for that moment and for your presence here. There's Ria. Thank you. Yes, I love you. And courage is a way of life for you. I know it is. Fear is not the absence of, or fear is not the absence of being afraid, or courage is not the absence of being afraid. Courage is proceeding even when we are. And again, we've all done that. So bless you all. Have a most, make sure that everybody else here, a most beautiful and wonderful and warm Thanksgiving holiday and weekend. Please travel safely if you're traveling. Know that I love you. Looking forward to seeing you next week when we are celebrating basically our last night of November month, heading into December. Look forward to it.